What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another Frankatron video. Today we're talking about the most fantastic family in comic book history, the Fantastic Four. With a new movie on the way, there's no better time to dive into Marvel's first family. From a talking rock to a literal fireball, nothing about these four is normal, and that's exactly why they're special. So let's break it all down: their origin, their legacy, and why the Fantastic Four are still one of the most iconic and important teams in all of comics. Let us go back to where it all began, 1961, Fantastic Four issue number 1. This is where years and years of fantastic media will begin. Written by the legendary Stan Lee and illustrated by the amazing Jack Kirby, these two created some of the most well-known and popular faces in Marvel Comics. We're introduced to Reed Richards, Susan Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm. These four go out on a space mission to explore the unknown, chart the uncharted. All is well until their ship gets hit by a cosmic storm, which alters their bodies and will change their lives forever. The group returns to Earth, where they discover newfound powers. Reed has the ability to stretch and grow his body to amazing lengths. Susan has the ability to become invisible and create force fields. Johnny can burst into fiery flames and also fly at great speeds, while Ben is now super strong rock thing. This marks the beginning of this fantastic family as they don the names of Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, and finally, the Thing. These are some of the most important superheroes in Marvel Comics and continue to remain relevant, as can be seen with their new movie coming out. Now, let's get into why these four are so darn important and iconic even now, almost 60 years later. Much like a real family, the Fantastic Four have values that go way deeper than just wearing cool suits and saving the day. They really show what it means to be a family, not just by name, but in how they live. They argue, they mess up, they forgive each other, and they grow together. That kind of emotional depth was honestly pretty groundbreaking when they first showed up, and it's still what makes this team stand out today. While most superhero teams come together for a mission or because they have to, the Fantastic Four is built on love, loyalty, and real bonds, and that's the heart of their story. Over the years, they've grown with the times while staying true to who they are. Whether they're flying in space, dealing with weird alternate dimensions, or just raising kids and keeping it together, they keep evolving, both as characters and as part of the Marvel Universe. One of the best things about them is how they show that being different isn't a weakness. It can be a greatest strength. Look at Ben Grimm, the Thing. At first, he hated what he became. He saw himself as a monster. But over time, he learned to use that power to protect the people he loves. His journey is all about self-acceptance, and that hits hard. They also prove that family isn't just about blood. People like Spider-Man have joined the team, and even though he's not related by blood, he fits right in. That connection is real. Whether it's Spidey or Wolverine, the Fantastic Four always welcome people into their circle when it counts, showing that what matters is the bond, not the last name. And let's not forget, their comics introduce some of the wildest and most important characters in Marvel history. We're talking Galactus, Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom, and Annihilus, just to name a few. The Fantastic Four opened the door to Marvel's cosmic side and made the universe feel way bigger and way more exciting, which we'll probably get a big taste of in this new movie. At the end of the day, the Fantastic Four are more than just a superhero team. They're explorers, adventurers, and a symbol of what it means to stick together through anything. Their legacy isn't just in their powers, it's in their heart. That's why they're so important. That's why they're so iconic. That's what makes them fantastic. Now let's talk about that upcoming movie, because if you follow the Fantastic Four over the years, you know they haven't exactly had the smoothest ride on the big screen. First, there was a 1994 unreleased movie made on a shoestring budget just to keep the rights. It never officially came out, but there are people who got their hands on bootlegs, and it became a kind of cult classic. Think rubbery suits and awkward acting, and boom, no wonder it wasn't officially released. Then, we got the 2005 and 2007 movies. They had their moments, a fun cast, some decent action, but the tone was a little too goofy. And let's be honest, Galactus as a space cloud? Come on. I did enjoy these movies, and they are the best of what we have so far, but I think they could have done better. Then, a few years later in 2015, we got a reboot that tried to go super dark and serious, but ended up being awkward, messy, and kind of forgettable. It had potential, but it didn't feel like the Fantastic Four. The only thing good we got was the meme.
Gotta say, it's fantastic. Say that again? It's fantastic.
And that brings us to now, with Marvel Studios officially bringing the Fantastic Four into the MCU. This is huge. For the first time, the Fantastic Four will be handled by the people who made the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Spider-Man. That means better writing, better visuals, and most importantly, respect for what makes this team great. This movie isn't just another reboot, it's a chance to finally do them justice. It could introduce legendary characters like Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer, and Galactus to the MCU in a way that sticks. Plus, it could kick open the door to new dimensions, time travel, and even multiverse level threats, which is what will likely be happening in Avengers Doomsday. If you've watched Thunderbolts and seen the end credits, you'll know what I'm talking about. More than anything, this movie matters because it's a shot at reminding the world that the Fantastic Four aren't just the first family in Marvel. They're one of, if not the best. And if Marvel gets this right, the MCU is about to get a whole lot more fantastic. Anywho, that's it for today's video, everyone. Hopefully that got you all excited and pumped for the new Fantastic Four movie and gave you just a bit of information on these fantastic fellas. Also, I almost forgot about one of the most important members of the family, Herbie. Isn't he a cutie? I can't wait to see him on the big screen. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to find out when the next Frankatron video comes out. Also, feel free to check out the Instagram and TikTok accounts for more content. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Frankatron signing out. Love y'all.